and the Centaur together and being able to stop those defensive supports like Dazzle and Shadow Demon from being able to do much of anything. And I think VP are kind of going back towards their roots a bit. They have good fighting potential with these heroes already. And Na'Vi, they're not pulling any punches either. This is a Dendi puck.
This is indeed the Dendi puck. I mean, strong picks coming out from both sides, as you were saying. And Bane, well, we saw Alliance. They loved it the other day. It's going to be VP picking it up this draft. It's going to be very nice in lane in terms of the setup stun. I mean, now looking at the Bane and the Wyvern, do you think this could actually be a core Centaur? Or do you think we are almost certainly going to see a Phobos picking up this one?
I'm sure Illidan can play it.
It's not a very Illidan-y hero.
No, I mean it can be. The thing is, Illidan has a very wide hero pool. If they decide that it's better for the draft to last pick something that goes off lane, maybe a bit more effective right now than the Centaur, then I think it would be okay to just go ahead and throw it on Illidan. But for right now, I think it's actually fine in the off lane. Phobos plays a great Centaur anyway, so you have two good players on it already. You're going to see the Razor ban here, so they are thinking that it's going to be more of a off lane capacity coming out from the Centaur War Runner. And last ban out here from Virtus.pro is going to be the Chen. Very good ban. As of right now, the Chen would have totally wreaked havoc during the laning phase. The Winter Wyvern and the Bane don't really have great tools at dealing with them. They're more of the, I want to zone you out, I want to harass actual heroes, not have to deal with those creeps. And now Na'Vi looking at the last pick. They're not going to get their Funnick Brood. Are they going to go back for the Sand King again? All right, Funnick has played phenomenal Sand Kings in every single game that we've seen him in so far here at the Aces RG Dream League. I really enjoy that pick. Another Blink Initiation hero. This does mean that Shaker's Blink is most likely going to be a little bit delayed. Funnick will most likely be taking the farm from the jungle, and then Seneko is going to have to wait in due time to get his own. But again, both these teams, pretty good fighting potential. I would say Na'Vi probably favored though, just because of their sheer AoE.
So with the Phoenix picked, it's going to be the Illidan Centaur. They're going to decide that's going to be the best thing for the draft for the lineup. And what do you reckon about this one then, Andy?
I'm wondering right now, looking at it, how VP are actually going to land this. Because most likely what's going to happen is G's going to go mid against Puck. And they're going to have like a support babysitting. It just happens now. Like whenever you go mid, it's not actually a 1v1 anymore. It's usually like a 1v2 or a 2v2. Because the supports have to sit nearby to ensure that you don't just get roamed down and get killed in the early phase. And then you see some 1v1s or other 2v2s break down. So I still feel like Na'Vi, with these particular heroes, they're probably going to go defensive. And I think that Virtus.pro are probably going to do the same. It's very difficult to try to open up on a lane with a Shadow Demon and a Shaker, two extremely defensive supports by nature. I think VP are going to want to get their Blink Dagger timing on Illidan, and then they're going to want to try to utilize that with Phoenix Egg in some team fights and try to take it from there.
Okay, well, let's see as we get ourselves into this game what exactly comes out in terms of lanes. And well, game 5 here between Na'Vi and VP. What a game it's going to be. The crowd's excited. I can hear them already. And well, do we have any VP fans in the house? Oh yeah, that's nice. Any Na'Vi fans? Oh, that's a big roll. Oh, that guy looks. Oh, it's Toby. Good to see you turned up. Right, let's get ourselves into the game. Na'Vi versus VP begins. Up here in hand, a cannon monster. This is fantastic. I'm going to need it for this game. We're going to see a lot of action. And, well, Trashko, you don't want the second one, I'll take it. Here we go, Na'Vi versus VP. Into the lanes we go. It is, by the looks of it, going to be 2 sets of defensive tri-lanes. And, well, let's see if we see any kind of early aggression kicking off as both teams heading towards these runes here at the moment. What's the plan here? VP looking for the top one, and Na'Vi going to look for the bottom. Doesn't look like we're going to see anything kick off straight away. But as you're saying, now we know the 2 drafts. What is the game plan for both sides?
Na'Vi is going to be looking for non-stop aggression. Once they get their blinks up, it's going to be integral for their lineup. Funnick, he has the same kind of position that he did last game, where he can go into the lane, soak some EXP. The zoning heroes right now of Bane and Winter Wyvern, like, they can do a little bit, but they're probably not going to be able to kill him ever, even with the use of the Sentry Ward. And despite your best effort, everybody knows you just opened a Monster Owen. It's fine. You don't have to be shy about it. There you go. But I do think that he'll be able to get his Blink Dagger timing. It's not going to be an issue for him. I'm just wondering, what can Phobos actually accomplish here in this offlane? Because if you do get disrupted or you get fissured during your dive, you can potentially give away a kill here. I think it's more dangerous for Phobos potentially than it could be for Funnick in this game.
Let's see how this one pans out. And in terms of our position, what's the fact you've got this Gyrocopter, in terms of running the Centaur in the position where you're not going to want to take this one late if you're VP, surely. I guess that they've always got the Shadow Fiend, and we've seen the SF actually come out on top but in the latter portions against the position 1 Gyro, but I guess that both sides have got the merits towards the late game.
I think Na'Vi have a very spread damage style of competition. Like you have Puck, Shaker, Sand King, Gyro. No one really has high single target damage, which I feel makes a position 1 Centaur a little bit better than a lane.
Fist is going to get thrown down, won't catch Jin. It's not going to trap him either. Lil's maybe going to look for a bit of a counter initiation. Coming in here with the Arctic Burn, chasing down Dendi. And it's not going to be enough to bring him down. Dendi will be able to keep himself safe, but we are going to see kind of this classic of the supports from either side hanging around the mid lane, trying to secure the lane for G and Dendi respectively.
Yeah, but as we were speaking about the different compositions and at what point in the game they're going to be strong, Na'Vi are going to feel amazing when they get their Blink Daggers before BKBs come out on the side of VP. Phoenix, I think, is actually a really solid pick against what Na'Vi have, because the only BKB rushing hero on the team is going to be Gyrocopter, and that means you're going to deal a ton of damage, and killing the egg is going to be tough.
Seneko straight in. Can they stop the dive though? He's got it available, and going straight in with the disruption there before the dive was cast does allow Phobos to still get himself out of that one. So another unfortunate little bit of a movement there from Na'Vi.
Oh, they're applying some pressure to him at least. You don't want him to get levels. That's the worst thing. And lucky right now for Na'Vi, they're doing a nice job of controlling the safe lane. There's 3 range creeps on the side of BP, so that lane will continue to push out.
Bottom lane, going in on Phobos. He doesn't have the diver. They've got Soul Catcher as well, so Snake are going to move in. They're going to need a few punches to bring him low. They're getting him low. The right clicks as well from the illusion, helping out from Shadow Demon. He pops us out. There's not going to be enough. Seneko goes in. Will find first blood there onto the Phoenix.
Did he actually just stop to... actually like paused and then salved and then walked forward. It was a very short stutter, but it was definitely there. Meantime, Haystern picked up here by FNG, looking for something.
Going towards the mid lane. He has got the Wyvern coming as well. And he's incredibly low. They're going to finish one up with a Nightmare. The Fisher coming back, holding G. Of course, they're with the embrace.
That was so unlucky for Dendi. He actually walked to the only possible place where that Fissure would have actually been unable to have it. So even though going to the orb itself is the only way he was going to live, he still ended up killing him. Very nice. with a decent fight, considering they're very far behind. The gold exchange is the big thing, because when you're as far behind as Na'Vi are right now, taking even 2 for 4 or like 3 for 2 or something like that in your favor is still benefiting you in terms of golden experience, because, you know, comeback mechanic is a thing. But here comes the rotation once again from VP.
Indeed, looking for Dendi. They don't have the curse available to lock him down, but with the Stampede, trying to find themselves in a position to take this fight. They're chasing down Dendi here, but Dendi, he's out of vision and he's out of finding time, and Seneko as well, just able to blink out into the trees. Looks like VP this time won't find anything there.
And Na'Vi have to be manning their panic station soon, I think. How far away is that Shaker? Okay, he has Blink. So this is actually very good for Na'Vi. With the Blink Dagger, they can force fights on their own terms, even with the, like, I guess, pretty big deficit of golden experience that they have right now. It's only around 5k. This is actually a very similar lead to what we saw game number 3, VP stomping with. This was a very, very similar lead, but I would also say that their lineup is better suited to transitioning into the later stages of the game. But with this, Na'Vi, they actually have a chance for fights now, which is a really good thing for them. They have triple Blink, and they have 2 very good disables, and a lot of AoE on top of that.
All the TP's coming back now. Now we're going to smoke up straight away, but it's going to be dispelled by FNG here with his Glimmer Cave, trying to get out his Phoenix Crypt. Won't be there. Arstyle's got the disruption to break it up, and now going in, they might be able to find the FNG. They will find FNG here on the bait, and now Dendi Big 4. There's your Echo Snap for Seneko. 3 heroes dropping. It's a double kill for